Hello and welcome back to Technical Tales Galactic Science. So I have been doing some work off camera to basically improve and consolidate things from how they were before. So what have I done? Well, for a start, as you may have noticed, I'm not wearing my space helmet. Yes, I managed to work it out. Basically I had to rebuild the base here at the surface. It does do that occasionally, every now and then. I think it's because this thing keeps rechecking the seal. So every now and then I get zapped with a little bit of lack of oxygen. So I think I am just going to wear the helmet. But I don't need it. So the oxygen sealers are here. Oxygen sealer, oxygen sealer. I've put them up there because the vents need to be on the surface. I could set them down in the floor, because the basement is gone. I've completely filled it with cobble. And the reason I did that is because obviously I need to sometimes dig down into the floor to run pipes, and I need to keep the oxygen seal in place. So I did the maths, and each one of those is about 800 blocks. Each of these rooms is 9 by 9 and 4 tall. So 2 of them is enough for these 2 rooms and a bit of extra there. And I can maybe make more as time goes on. So I can show you where the actual oxygen collector is. If you see out this window, there's this big thing there. I've made a room. I'm just using clear glass to seal the base. Hang on. I want to be in the habit. I don't know if these things will keep using power if the area is too big or unsealed, but I really should get in the habit of disabling the seals when I open up the base like this. So I made a leaf room. As you can see, jump. Where's the jump key? I am filling this room with leaves, and in case it helps them not decay, they're actually based around 4 trees that I grew. Here is the oxygen collector. It's currently at 786 per second. Now this thing will collect within, I think it's 5 block radius of it. And all I've done so far is put leaves above it. If it becomes I'm not collecting enough oxygen, I can dig down and put another layer of leaves below. I put my star power over here. Currently at 193 million left. I'll have to keep an eye on that. This thing is only powering my life support. It's only powering the oxygen collector, the oxygen sealers, and the oxygen concentrator. I figured that way it'll last longer, and I put it as far away from my base as possible, so if it goes critical when it runs out, it doesn't kill me. This is half slabs, so nothing will spawn down here. So let's reseal the base. I've moved everything up here. There's all my storage. Minechem, microscope. Out here, I think it's night time, so I won't actually go out. I've got some floodlights set up, but yeah, you can see it's dark out there. Out there is where I've got my cobble generator feeding lava, and these are Ender IO fluid pipes, which I could make using the quite clear glass, and I was able to make the quite clear glass using the chisel, as I suspected. Thank you, Methuselah, for pointing me at these fluid pipes. A lot cheaper than trying to do it with liquid transfer nodes. So there's 5 of them, and they've all got ausemite blocks. If you remember, there was a quest about ausemite blocks. Making ausemite, if you remember, it was gold, iron, redstone, diamond, and a bit of flint. Well, I made enough to make 5 ausemite blocks. So I'll claim my reward. It's obviously just a random reward bag. Oh, and an extra ausemite ingot. That's nice. I can put that there with my spares. Spawn an Enderman. What else have I done? Power's up here. I made the quantum entropy accelerator. This is from more power. Want not, waste not. That's backwards. Got spare items, low on RF. Feed it to this guy. 400 RF per item. Relatively simple to build. Took quite a bit of iron and some steel, but not too bad. I haven't claimed my reward yet. I get a piece of manganese. Why am I being given a piece of manganese, I wonder? Pick a reward bag. Select claim. Right. The reason why I did that is this thing, the chemical decomposer, is making lots of magnesium oxide, and I don't really have a use for it at the moment. You know, I'm just shoving it in a chest. But what I can do is set up a system to feed it into here, which provides a bit of extra power. Basically, each one of these is going to be 400 RF. It's not much. It burns it quite slowly. I'm probably producing it way faster. That is empty. Yes. See, I am completely out of power. Nothing's happening here at the moment. This thing's got its own power reserve, so I should be able to make myself the stuff I need. And I can always just throw in wood into these things as emergency supplies until I make more methacrylate. I've not automated the manufacture of fuel yet. The lava enters through the lava tank I got, and the cobble, once it's fed those crucibles, ends up here. And these things allow me to have an oxygen seal and still pass stuff through the wall, which is good. A single stone barrel, making obsidian. Methuselah mentioned it, but I had already worked out that I only needed the one. So that makes my obsidian, and it goes there. Now, it's more complex to deal with, but I think I am actually better off if I'm actually decomposing compressed cobble. Now, compressed cobble is made by basically getting cobblestone, grid 9x9, you get compressed cobble. Double compressed cobble is compressed cobble, 9x9, makes double. So you get the idea, and it gets pretty big. You know, like octuple compressed cobblestone is 43 million cobblestone. But we don't need to go that far. I think, you know, even just quadruple. There, chemical decomposer. This actually gives me iron. If it's quadruple, 12% of the time I get iron, sodium, lead, magnesium, titanium, silicon. Whereas from this stuff, I'm just getting silicon dioxide and magnesium oxide. So that's, if I go uses on triple, you get less of it, but we've still got iron. There's the silicon, and there's oxygen. So if I still want to sieve gravel, I can take the silicon and the oxygen I get from this and make silicon dioxide. But I will be getting pure iron and lead and titanium and stuff like that. To do that, though, I'm going to need more intelligent pipes, which is probably what I'm going to work on today, because I need more intelligent pipes to make my fuel automatically. I need more intelligent pipes to improve this. This is my tree farm. Sealed it off because it's too big a room. And also at Methuselah's suggestion, here we have a chest. It's full of stone axes. Single transfer node running up into the bottom of this thing. So it keeps giving it fresh stone axes. So this thing will just keep running until it's out of axes. And then it's not too big a job to shove a load of new axes in. So let's do that. Let's turn the oxygen back on. Enable seal. Enable seal. It thinks about it for a bit. and it's sealed. The only other thing to show you is up here. I dismantled the little mob farm, which was like in a cobblestone hut over there, and I'm gonna rebuild it up here. Now I've made that tower quite tall. I might need to make it taller because mobs will only spawn if they're 40 blocks away from you. So I want to make sure that I've got a spawning platform 40 blocks up and then several layers of it. And my plan is to use this thing called, there's a fan from open blocks. Iron bars, iron ingot, cobblestone slab. Let me quickly make one of these, because it's going to be 7 iron, but I've got a reasonable amount of iron at the moment. Do you hear that? I've got footsteps. You can hear things. Reason being is there's an atmosphere in here now. I've not actually made that frequency thing yet. So there's a fan. You can see it was relatively cheap to make. Let me put it down. Does it require power? See, if this is the thing I think it is, and I probably should have checked before I made it, I think I just need to stick a lever on the back, and it will work. Yep. And as you can see, it pushes. That's not me moving backwards. So it pushes at a reasonable distance in a gap of 3 at an angle. So this thing is 5 on a side, so 2 of them per level. Mobs will spawn. The fan will blow them off the edge of the platform. They'll drop down. They won't die from the drop because on the moon the gravity is so low. But that's when the mob farm thing can then chop them. And that will get me a nice supply of organic matter for the mine chem thing. If I expand the size of that a bit, I can get spiders as well. Because I just realised that I was imagining a 4x5 platform with a 1 wide gap, but I think I should extend that way and that way, so it's a bit longer. That way I can get and blow spiders down as well. Right, so that's everything I've done. It took me quite a while, but I think it's definitely worth it. It's a shame I can't have the nice dome base, but you know, this one I think looks reasonable. I try to sort of keep some form of pattern. Ooh, you're wrong. That would have annoyed some people. It was annoying me. Shiny Tyrian. There we go. So this was the pattern of the original base, which was here. I squared it off and tried to sort of continue the pattern. And I replicated the pattern there in here, but using marble and cobble. I think it looks pretty good. I do like this stuff. This cobblestone with the light panel. It just, I don't know, I think it just looks good en masse. You know, it gives you a nice sense of scale. It's not just a blank grey wall. You know, it's like if that was made out of this stuff, which is also cobble, the stuff out the window. The other thing I discovered was these things. Floodlights. These are amazing. They are so cheap. Floodlight. Look at this. 8 torches and a bit of glowstone, and I get a light that, as far as I can tell, has unlimited shining range downwards. It only spreads out so far, but it doesn't matter how high up you put it. It's like if I put one all the way up there, I think it would keep it lit up there. It's really good. I've got them in all the corners in there because I needed to sort of spread the light out a bit. In here it's less of an issue. F3, 9, I'm just checking the corners. Yeah, here I've actually got stuff built into the corners so stuff can't spawn, but I was finding it was a bit too dark there, but that's why I put some extra... Ah! It fell over there. No, I want my floodlight back. This is annoying. I'm going to have to brave the spiders. There we go. Let's get back in. Obviously break very, very easily. There we go. Alright, so what are we going to do? Any unclaimed quests? Going up in the mod. Oh yes! I made the airlock, which was expensive because it required lots of compressed steel, compressed meteoric iron, which I was collecting at the end of the last episode, my last basic wafer. But I made it, and it gave me another airlock controller. The only problem is that I've discovered the airlock controllers are no good without actual airlock blocks. And the airlock frames, are even more expensive. It's like you want one airlock controller per airlock, but then you have to surround the rest of the doors. So that's a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, probably 6, 7. You need 7 of these things, which is more compressed steel, compressed aluminium, and then one of these things, which is more tin, more steel. So yeah, I'm not actually going to make an airlock anytime soon. I did hand in the reward for this one. No, I didn't. Claim reward. Gets me an extra one of them. Can I break that down? Not according to the microscope. Throw it in there. Alright, any other unclaimed rewards? Storage solutions. What did I do here? I made a dolly. It's always a pain when you change your mind where you want your 50 chests full of stuff, so that's why dollies were invented. Dollies move a chest with all items in it, can be upgraded to a diamond dolly to move spawners. Obviously I did this in order to move stuff. I've not actually claimed the reward yet, which is 3 better barrels. That's good because I was running out of places to store stuff. What else? What else? What else? Any other unclaimed rewards? Nope. That is everything. All quests complete here on A Whole New Moon because I did die. I died at one point. But I came in here, grabbed my spare oxygen pack, which is why I've now got a light oxygen pack on me. Let's just keep this topped up. So, new quests. Still says you died 0 of 1 times. That's strangely worded. You've currently died 1 time. Yeah, so that was the 1 time I died. What was I doing when I died? I think I just got mobbed by spiders. Okay, I need to continue with the automation because here are the intelligent pipes. Also possibly hammer time, which means I process my ores properly. I'm getting sick of doing that manually. So let's look at this one. Transfer nodes are good for starting, but you're going to want something smarter and faster. So I need to make a relocator, which is some iron and glass panes. So that's relatively cheap. That's good. I like cheap. A module extraction. Now I know that these modules, this is what the pipes are just a pipe. Then you add these modules to do various things like module crafting, module stock, extraction, filters, and so on. And that's how the pipes then get programmed to do what you want them to do. So a module extraction is I need a module base. And what is that? 4 times 9 of redstone. A little expensive in iron, but doable. I can do that. And I get 4 of them So a module filter is going to take a module base and 4 gold. And I've got a reasonable supply. Well, I've got 9 gold there. 6, 12, 18 divided by 4. That's another 4, maybe 5 blocks of gold there. So I can do this quest. It's going to give me 2 extraction modules. And then we've got a choice of what it's going to give me. I don't know what module stock is, but it's made with ender pearls, which I cannot make at the moment. So I'm tempted to pick that. Module crafting, that's cheap. And extraction modules. Extraction modules were lots of redstone, weren't they? How am I for redstone? 3 stacks of 64? I've got a reasonable amount of that. Let me find out what this module stock is about and make those, and then we'll see what we can do with them. Okay, so I've made those 3, so we can hand in this quest. So I've got 4 relocators. I'm probably going to have to make more. 1 module extraction. I'm definitely going to have to make more of those, and 1 filter. That might be all I need at this stage. Not sure. I might need another one. But anyway, let's hand this in. Blub, blub, blub. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to get 2 module extractors. Now, of all these, this is the only one I can't make, because this one needs ender pearls. And I've been doing some research, and the design I think I'm going to need... Well, basically, I think I'm going to need these stock modules for all of the chemical synthesis machines that I use anywhere. Because what the stock module does is it means the pipes will provide an exact ratio of ingredients to that location. Basically, you know, it's this many of this, this many of this, this many of this. And we need that because otherwise the chemical synthesis machine is just going to flood with all the chemicals it doesn't need, and then that's just going to block it up. And so because we can't make them, because that requires ender pearls, I think we definitely have to go with the module stock. Okay. Ender items. Item conduits. I don't think I can... Oh, that was annoying. That was that bug that sometimes crashes the world. It seems to happen if I just restarted the game before I started that last recording session, because I had to eat food. And that bug seems to happen if the first time you go for a recipe of anything, it's while you're in the quest book. So yeah. I think I was just checking the recipe on ender items. Yeah, and I can't do those yet because it needs pulsating iron, which needs an alloy smelter. And the alloy smelter needs this stuff called Desh. You can't make Desh, you have to mine it. And to mine it, I need to go to Mars. I can't remember if I've already said this or not. But there we go. So, I think I need 2 more of them. It would be good to have one more of them, 1 more chemical decomposer. So yeah, so 1 more chemical decomposer, 2 of them, and then probably another set of relocators. These are going to be painful. How many am I going to need of those? 1, 4, 5. I'm going to need 6 of those, so another 3. That might not be too bad. And I think I need 2 filters. So I'm going to make all that, and I'm actually going to set up the machines and set up the pipes the way I think they need to be done. I was just checking my oxygen because in the top left-hand corner it shows 1 as empty, but that's just because I haven't actually used the tanks at all. Yeah, so I'll set that up. I think I'll move the power over to there because what I'm going to do with the automated fuel loading needs to spread out a bit. It also, seeing as it gets filled by logs, it will be a reasonable idea to have the decomposer here, so at some later point I can automatically have logs pipe into it. So we can have the decomposer there, the chemical synthesis machines there, and then the power and the batteries can start here. And I think what I'll do is I'll move the bed and those furnaces and stuff, because at the moment I've just got 2 capacitors and 4 Stirling generators, but it would be good if it's something I can expand later. And basically by starting it hereabouts, I can head off in that direction, and this wall can get moved out later, and basically this can be my power bank. So let me get to all that. Any creepers around? It makes such a difference having windows. I mean, even though they are just tiny little windows, just, being able to look up, see what's left of the earth, might make these windows bigger. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't be too tall in all cases. Anyway, I have work to do.